Hi everyone, this is Anya from Channeled Frequencies. Welcome to this fine afternoon. I have a new microphone and I'm working with a new camera, so I have to get used to look at you guys up here and not down there. Yeah, bear with me. I'm not a technique lady, so yeah, not sure if I can remember all that. Uh, I just wanted to make an update, a channeling, of course, later on, but really also talk about what is going on. How are you all bearing up? I mean, for me, the last few years, no, months, days, let's stick to days, they have been really challenging. I'm really a bit fed up today and just trying to incorporate all the new info that came through in the channelings. Um, yeah, I'm thinking about this new light a lot and how we perceive the new reality, if you want to put it that way. Um, I think also about the filter, what the Andromedans said, this new filter that we are looking through, the new lens. And yeah, basically to me, it all comes down to perspective. Maybe this is just a word that is not really fitting. Sorry, my English is bad. I'm German. But yeah, maybe this is a more fancy word. Lens is maybe a more fancy word, but also probably they mean something different that I'm not just yet fully understand. I think perspective is something individually, yeah. So you can look at a situation from your perspective, but if we all have the same lens, if we all share a filter that is presetting our sensational, visual, or even wholesome experience on this planet in this incarnation, then this means something different. But what I get from my people around me, from myself, from anyone I'm talking to, really, is that life has become a lot more difficult for them. Many have troubles. Even the most cheerful people sometimes have trouble recently to keep it together or to be their usual funny self. Everybody is really struggling. I get this a lot. And yeah, recently I'm dealing also with some family situation. Uh, Trying to incorporate everything I've learned during the last few months and keeping into account that everybody has their reasons why they behave this way or that way. They have their perspective. I get that. But still, sometimes you cannot help but feel disappointed, hurt, not seen, not heard, not understood, and I think you all know what I mean. Everybody probably has experienced this more or less in the last few years. Or maybe you also have difficult family situations. I mean, this is not so uncommon, I think. But I think with this new light and what the guides have told me in the last few months, that there is more of a black and white coming to light. So it is crystal clear, they said, you are either going to be on this side or on that side. Situations usually tend to become more drastically more black or more white. And yeah, I get that. I think they don't mean to attach anything to this. They don't mean to attach judgment to it. So black and white means good or bad, right? But I think it is generally speaking more hard to meet in the middle. And that is what is needed, I guess, the most to become more balanced, to stay in that balance that is so much needed in times of this extreme ends of the scale. And last night, I did another channeling just for myself, really, and through came dragon energy, very forceful energy. It's not easy to hold, at least for me. And I also can tell that whenever they come through, they start, it gets challenging holding that. This is like you're hit with some kind of blast, the really powerful energy. And they explained that dragon energy is going to be more tangible on Earth. It's more um, needed in this quickening of things. And they talked a lot about dragon energy is a life force energy indicating birth and also death. So they showed there both sides of something that is dying makes room for something new. And any birth is also a tiny bit of trauma. Think of a normal birth in a human life, right? And that is what is so palpable for me in these days. So any situations, it feels like an ending and a beginning. It is incredibly hurtful and incredibly freeing at the same time. And it is an emotional, extreme situation very often. You struggle, or we struggle, to deal with all of these incoming emotions, feelings. The other person does too. If there is more than one person involved, it gets all more complicated. And from each and every one of us, there is so much required in terms of balance, taking a step back, staying quiet, and reflecting for a second, going into the higher perspective, you name it. And it is really demanding for me as a human being. So I used to think I'm a very quiet and calm individual. I'm good in conflict. I thought so. And the last 3 years have shown me I am nothing at all. And they challenged the view I have of myself a lot. But also, it's spurring you on to become the better version of yourself for sure. So, having said all this, I try to let some light codes in now and translate this for you guys into words we can all understand. So, if you want, you can align yourself with me. And we try to ground ourselves, expanding our mind, and be available for higher consciousness. Digging can sometimes be very destructive. Destructive. No, distracting. From living all that thinking that you do as humans is this fixation on the mind, the brain, the capacity in which you think, you process life and come to a rational conclusion of what it needs to be done, what the situation before you is really, and how it needs to be addressed. And you do this by filtering all the information that you have, the feelings that you have, the feelings that you know come with this situation, with the people involved, and your experiences in the past. Your brain calculates then the outcome and gives you a way forward. But the brain is only one capacity to navigate through the world. It needs to be used, yes, but in a very limited manner. It is not the most important judge in how you do this. In every decision that you do, in every observing that you do, and in every action, in every word really that you utter to a person, to yourself, just as well, there is only one question that needs to be asked. Does this come from a higher place? Is this for the good of everyone involved? It is not to be a reactive way that is bringing you forward. So if someone is to pull your triggers, and they will do because this is what they came for, you selected people you are surrounding yourself with in everyday life, your family especially, they are here to pull your triggers, to challenge you. And you're here to pull theirs, to challenge them. And you're here to show each other how it's done. In the good and the bad, meaning in succeeding and in be less successful sometimes. Creating more learning fields, right? So if it does not come from a place of love, from a place of service, yes, then why would you consider this as a good way to go forward? There are feelings that you know are very low in vibration. Fear, hate. Also some subtle feelings like worry. They can take on a whole new role in your life, and they can nestle in your heart and be a bad, bad voice. And this is really something I would like to attach a judgment, because worry is something that has nothing to do with your life. You don't worry about the past, it's done, right? And you worry about the future, but why would you? Future is not in existence. The only thing that is in existence is every now moment. And if you worry about the now, you're not acting, and you are not loving. You are not experiencing, because you're building a wall. So how would that be for you to take part in this experiment and try out one day where you just act, observe, talk from a place of love? Get up in the morning and tell yourself, so looking forward to live this day here. So grateful to be alive, to meet all these people. at work, at home, in the supermarket, in the tram, my neighbors. So excited to start this. Let's see what this day brings. Let's see who I can help. Let's see who can help me, maybe. Let's see how I handle all this. Fully trusting in this experiment, fully trusting within yourself, your guides, your angels around you, your human beings, your family, all here to understand and help you. Yes, yes, I know sometimes it doesn't feel like they're all here to understand and help you. The reality you want to say is they are sometimes very mean, very hurtful. They're not at all acting from a place of love all the time. I wish they did, you say. Well, why not lead by example? Why not show them how it's done? Maybe it is not possible in their mind to imagine this is an appropriate way to go about. If you're stressed out, you hardly can breathe. You're scared to get up in the morning. You're scared to go about your day. You're scared what will happen. It is very hard then to be open and smiling and helpful. But if one individual shows you this kindness, they show you that this is possible. I can smile at you, help you without expecting anything from you in return. And I wish you a pleasant day as I do so. This will change their whole day. You never know what you do with a smile, and you never know what you do with a kind word, with a kind look, with a helpful hand, with an encouraging word sometimes, a nice little compliment. This will change your vibration and it will change their vibration. And most of all, you act from the heart, not with the brain, because the brain will tell you, well, what do I get from it? Why would I smile at the stranger? Why would I tell my boss he or she looks beautiful? Why would I, so on, so on. Why would I? The heart will always tell you 3 good reasons to do this. Because it breathes love, it acts on love, and it lives on love. Love is what keeps you all together on this plane. Love is what will elevate you. Love will never put you out. It will never bring you down. It will never, ever offend you. Love is really always kind and patient. Just think about something that someone did for you out of pure kindness. Try to see through this lens with a kind eye. The world can truly be different then. Love is very decisive. It sometimes helps in difficult situations when you think about what am I to do? What am I to think? Love can help you. Love is the one feeling that will have a decisive yes. It will turn a blind eye to all the hurt. It will not weigh, but I did this and that, and they all never did this and that. It does not matter. So in these difficult times, and we agree the times are not unchallenging, but whatever time is unchallenging. Try be the loving, kind person you came here to be. We would encourage you to live the life of Christ, not in the meaning of becoming a stout Catholic, a Puritan, or anybody attaching any meaning and knowledge of what Christ is, but just the kind person Jesus was, the friend to all of you, to everyone. And every religious person on earth knows Jesus Christ in their heart, very intimately, as a friend, because he comes to all of you. He's the best friend of all of you. You're all the same to him. They're brothers and sisters. It doesn't make any difference. Did you believe in him yesterday, yes or no? Have you always done the right thing? Will you be not selfish tomorrow when somebody asks of you something? No, he does not think that way. If there is something good to be done, he will do it. And I will not preach now, but I would encourage you to try this out, because this thinking of, does it come from a place of love, is not very popular on earth at the moment, because times are tense. Everyone is a bit thin on the nerves. It is stressful living at the moment for many of you, but you can elevate your life in an instant just by deciding that nothing is more important than love. And what is really, if you think about it. So with this, we leave you with lots of love, 1,000 good wishes, all the hugs we can give you. Some of you might feel it. Lots and lots of good energies. Because we love, 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 love you all so much. Every one of you is the most important soul and being for us. Hello, back. This was an interesting mixture between a guy that is very familiar to me and someone new. I feel that this was a group of three, and I can distinctly say this is the one guy I know, but the other two I cannot really make out. Anyway, yeah, to be honest, I think about this a lot, and it's incredibly hard to do sometimes, even though we all know yeah, this would be the right way, but um, at the same time, it really gives me hope to know that this easy option, oh, I'm sorry, the micro, is still available to deal with this heavy kind of situations. It is nothing that costs money, any of us, it is just a bit of pride that sometimes needs to be swallowed, or the ego to step down. And yeah, I think it is some equalization that is needed to think the other person has their perspective and their way, and also their right to feel that kind of way. And they will have their reasons as much as I will have mine. But in the end, we are both on the same head level. And when I now extend my hand, they're not above or below. It's one soul to another that's reaching out. So, yeah, this is how I take this channeling today. And if you want, please let me know how you deal with this day, with the situations, the energies that are present these times. How are you faring? How are you feeling? But do you reflect on your days, and how are you dealing with these situations? And was this helpful for you? So until we speak again, bye. Have a nice day.